All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the opening bell with myself, Tshepo, and this is brought to you by TD Markets. All right, so it's a Friday. We are going to do a weekly recap. That's what we normally do on Friday, a weekly recap on the opening bell and take a look at how the market moved from Monday till this point. All right, looking at all the currency pairs we discussed. And the first one we went over was Euro Swiss. Now, Euro Swiss, as you can see, these are the lines that we're expecting, right? When the market was trading around this area on Monday, right? We spoke about a few possibilities here, but one of the possibility was for price to go back to the top, let it come back to the top and then drop, right? We saw that movement, it didn't really go exactly to the top, but we are looking at a formation like this, all right, where this is now our top. All right, so Euro Swiss, it gave us those movements according to the structure, and then it went all the way down. At the same time, the way the market has been going down is not impulsive, which then makes this whole structure quite complex, right? So there are different scenarios now we can still look at, and not scenarios but possibilities of how the market will complete this formation and will drop. All right. So taking a look at what Euro Swiss is doing right now, the possibility of the market going back to the top is still there again. Looking at the recent price movement or price action, all right, the possibility for this to go back up to the top is still there to come to fully complete this three wave structure, and for price to go back down. It doesn't have to touch the trend line exactly, but at least come back to this top, either slightly below this top or slightly above this top, and that's when now we might see an impulse going down. So this is the first scenario. Second scenario is that this could be the top that we're talking about. This could be the top that we're talking about, which then completes the structure, and from there on, this move to the downside is part of the impulse. All right, it's a bit weird like this, but if you understand structure, you understand these possibilities, right? Whatever you do, either look for price to come back to the top, all right, look for the market to go back to the top. If not, then on the way down, because we're expecting the next impulse to go down, on the next impulsive wave down, you will look at some selling opportunities. But where the market is right now, right, it might go up, it might go down, right? It's a bit 50-50. But if it goes back to the top, then we'll see that there's the whole formation of the structure that we're looking at. All right, so Euro Swiss is still developing. It's been in a range for the past 3 weeks. All right, for the past 3 weeks, it's just been in that same consolidation. We don't see a lot of volatility as yet in the market, a lot of momentum. So still gonna keep an eye on that, and yeah, let's see how the market will play out in the next week. All right, and the second one here is CAT JPY. CAT JPY did exactly what we spoke about. We also looked at a few possibilities, but one of the possibilities was that this is gonna push back to the top of the structure. Let me just draw the structure. Is gonna push back to the top of the structure, and when that happens, right, when that happens around this area, we will be looking for selling opportunities. All right, so, all right, let me do this. So the market did go back to the top, and it's above the top now. However, we can see that the market is still within the structure. This structure might be expanding, or it looks expanding, but it's still within the structure. So CAT JPY, it moved exactly as forecasted. I think this was the second scenario that we were looking at. It moved. Hope you guys got that. And I think this is one of the pairs we discussed in our live trading sessions, right? We could not get a buy, but the market did go up as predicted. So CAT JPY moved exactly as forecasted. Let's see what next week will bring us. All right, and the next one here is NZD-JPY. NZD-JPY did not play out according to our analysis. We were expecting price to complete the structure and then to drop. So it could be that the very same structure we spoke about on I think it was Monday's opening bell, could be that it is still forming. All right, we are now looking at an extension of the structure, not really extension, but it's getting bigger. All right, so could we still see a drop from that levels? We just have to wait and see what price action we get. All right, but as it is right now, NZD JPY is in the channel, and right now it is trading at the top of the channel. So those pushes to the downside, we can still see them. All right, and also we are seeing a rejection, a few rejection candlesticks around that zone. So looks like in the next few days, the next coming days, we're gonna see a push back to the bottom of the channel, but let's see how it goes. So NZD JPY didn't really drop where we expected it to drop. It's still within the channel. So where the market is right now, around this area, we'll see if we can get that drop. All right, and then AUD NZD played out perfectly, right? AUD NZD, it completed this corrective structure, right? Broke the low, and then from here it is pushing to the upside. So current at the moment, the market is now in the next impulsive wave. All right, the market is now in the next impulsive wave, played out exactly as forecasted, and yeah, we're expecting more upside. Right, we are gonna get corrections. Right, we are gonna get corrections here, and every correction that forms, we're expecting more upside momentum. All right, maybe one more push back down here before this continues to the upside. Cool. So AUD NZD expecting further upside momentum. All right, and Euro NZD, we also went over this one and it played out exactly how we discussed it, right? We were looking at this going back to the top again and then coming back down. So it did exactly that, completed that corrective structure. We see a leg to the downside. So the overall structure is now bearish. We're expecting more downside, right? We are forming a flag, this flag to break and then to continue the wave to the downside. So Euro NZD is playing out perfectly. Keep an eye out for more downside. All right, GBP NZD is another one that we went over. This one didn't play out, all right, as forecasted. We were looking for the market to make a push to the upside, come back to this top, and then from this top, we will see what the market will do. Will the market go down after that, or will the market go up? That's what we wanted to see, right? So that push to the upside never came. The market aggressively dropped, broke below structure levels, broke below the bigger triangle, the bigger channel, right? And then it's currently pushing down. So this looks like the market has shifted to the downside, and then it is gonna continue the leg to the downside. So here, right, a correction will see price still push to the downside. All right, just keep an eye out for that. GBP NZD is about to make another push to the downside. And the last one we have here is Euro GBP. Euro GBP, it's still moving in that channel, right? We don't see any impulse to the upside. The market is still within the channel to the upside. It's a little bit slow. Euro GBP, it's been a little bit slow lately, and it has not dropped the way we anticipated it to drop. Right, so still keeping an eye on this one. We might get a drop. We might get a move to the upside. We'll see what price action we get here. Obviously, if this forms a correction, we're gonna see more upside. But if it drops aggressively from the current levels, if it drops aggressively, then we are bound to see a push to the downside. It's a little bit two-sided at the moment. We don't have clear direction as to what the market is trying to do, but let's wait and see, right? Corrections, bullish corrections will then take the market to the upside. Bearish impulse from the current level will then drop the market to the downside, right? So still keeping a close eye on this one. And that is the Euro GBP. So these are the pairs we discussed throughout the week. This week has just been a little bit difficult to trade as there has been a lot of news events. All right. However, it's all good. Next week is gonna be a clean week. Right. I don't think we have as many news events as we had this week. All right. Start of the brand new month. There's NFP coming up later today. Keep an eye out for that. We're gonna have a live stream on the NFP. Give you guys our thoughts, forecast analysis on the NFP. Take a look at a few currency pairs, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So that stream is at 2:15, 2:15, 15 minutes before the NFP report. All right, so just keep an eye out for that. It's gonna stream on Facebook, on Vimeo, as well as on YouTube. All right, so just head over to our YouTube channel, like the channel or subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's do the right things. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the weekly recap on the opening bells. Hope you guys caught some of these moves. Hope you guys are making profits. If you guys are looking for education, we do have our live private education webinar sessions twice a day, from the one in the morning and the one in the evening. All right, if you guys want to be part of that, just send us an email to care@tdmarkets.com. You need to be a TDM account holder, all right, and you need to have funds in your account to access those sessions. And yeah, that's where you're gonna end it, guys. This is the opening bell with myself, Tshepo, brought to you by TD Markets. Enjoy the rest of your day, your week, your weekend. I'll catch you guys back on the next opening bell.